everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all okay. So today we are going for a trip around Home Bargains. You know, that's one of my favourite stores to go around, and I just wanted to see what new stuff they had in and bring you along with me. So the first thing that I spotted is this bubble tea bath salts in mango, and I just thought they looked really cool and would be really lovely for a self-care evening. I also like the look of the West Lab scrub and also this glitter body scrub that's got brown sugar and honey in. No, they are both really good for the skin, and I thought that would be great for getting tan off, but obviously, of course, if it didn't leave glitter all over your body. Then there was also these Imperial leather bubble baths. Really like the look of the packaging on those, and of course they had lots of soaps in. My favourite of Home Bargain soaps are these Ashton and Moore ones. So this was a really big bottle, and that was only 89p. And then yes, I got roped into this baby shark. It made a noise every time it moved, but it did keep her happy as I went round the store. They also had the refillable Dove hand washes for £1.69. Great if you like Dove like me. And they also had these Lenores in for £2.99. I was totally taken in by the packaging for those, and I thought they were a pretty good price. And then they had quite a few different face masks. You can see they've got the adult ones there. They've got pink, they've got black, and they'd also got black and white polka dot, but you can also see next to it they've got children's reusable ones as well. Perfect if your kids are going back to school, and these were all three for £3. And then I feel like they had more fashionable ones in these pink packaging, obviously targeted at people like me who are very easy drawn in by packaging. But again, they had some really nice ones. So they had leopard print ones and pale pink sort of Dalmatian print ones. And then moving on into hair care, so they had loads of bed head. They normally have this in B&M. I've not seen it in Home Bargains before, and that was £6.99. It's so much cheaper than it used to be. It used to be like £20 for a bottle. I swear it was when I was younger. And then of course they have their usual Alberto Basam and all the L'Oreal Elvives as well. They did also have this in still, so I bought this last time, £2.99 here, £6.99 at Boots. And I have to say, you can tell the difference. It's a lot thicker compared to a normal shampoo. And then they also had lots of stuff for hair care. So you saw the Aussie oil that held up there, that was £3.49. And they had lots of Pantene and Garnier products in as well. I felt like my Home Bargains had a lot more branded stuff this time. I don't know if that's just mine or if anybody else's is the same. And then I always pick up these wipes just because they're so cheap, 2 for £1. I do like the micellar ones that you saw there, and I do like the blue ones as well, and to be fair, also the pink ones. The only ones I don't like are the grey ones that are the exfoliating ones. And now I've seen Mrs. Dudley rave about this BB cream, and it's only £1.99. Have you guys tried it? The only thing that puts me off is the lack of colour, so they only have light, medium, dark. I suppose you could definitely mix and match, but sometimes it's a little bit too much effort, isn't it, in the morning, particularly if you're going to just like a light skincare and a BB cream. And then these are all just their hand creams and face masks, all pretty much similar to what they've had before. And these are also foot masks. I don't know, I've never tried one of those, I'm not too sure about them. Do they work? And then I just really like these tissues. They were 15p for a packet, and I just feel like they look really pretty thrown in your bag. And then moving on to makeup, they had loads of W7 sort of glowy makeup in, so you can see all the beams and highlighters, and I just thought they were really cool if you are just getting started with makeup and you're a little bit unsure how to use that sort of stuff. You can play around with sort of cheaper options. I did like that 99p red lip matte cream. I've still not said that right, but you know what I mean. It very much reminded me of a Revolution one that I got, and it was slightly more expensive than that. You see they've got the EOS balm. I know people have been raving about that because again, that's a lot more expensive in Boots. And then of course they've got all the sort of basic grooming sets that you can see, all the nail file kits and things, and I just feel like, again, you don't want to spend loads of money on it because you use it and throw it away. They also was getting some more gift set type things in as well that you saw there. And then, as you know, I absolutely love the Olivia Hale brushes. If you're gonna go for one, definitely go for the blusher brush. I can't recommend that enough. I would say that is on par with some more expensive brushes that are 2-3 times the price. And then moving into some of the hair care. So I fell in love with this headband. I thought it was gorgeous. I do love creams and golds and nudes, so these were all my colours. And do you know what? I have a headband from Home Bargains that I wear all the time. And then moving on to some Halloween stuff, they had this cute little pumpkin outfit for a little kid. Look, 2 to 3 years old. How cute would they look in that? And again, I know people probably aren't going to go out trick or treating, but I don't know about you. When I was younger, I didn't really go trick or treating. I just used to dress up in the house and just play, and I used to love it. And I did also like them wreaths as well. If you want something different to a pumpkin, maybe one of those wreaths would be a good idea. And I've seen people do DIYs on their schools and sort of spray paint them like white and grey just to make them a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And then you can see they are starting to get the Christmas stuff in. You can see sort of the gift set ideas up there, the pajamas. They always get these in around Christmas. I know it's a little bit early, but if you are on a budget and you are trying to sort of spread it out over a few months, Home Bargains do have some lovely bits in. I love those polka dot pajamas, and I also love the ones with the little dogs on because they remind me of Radley, which would be a lot more expensive than $9.99. Got some really gorgeous hot water bottles. They make great present fillers, and for $3.99 they're perfect, I feel like, for adults and for kids. And then you can see they've got loads of hair accessories for little girls. I literally can't wait until my daughter's hair is long enough. But yeah, again, great little gift ideas if you've got a birthday coming up, or stocking fillers if you are looking for Christmas. And these are all so cheap. They've even got like little tangle teasers for £1.29, and these are just perfect. The small headbands at 99p, just if you've got little girls going back to school, just to keep their hair in place. And then of course, because of back to school, they had loads of stationery in, so they had lots of pretty stationery and more functional stationery too. You know, I get drawn in by the pretty stationery. I did like the swan erasers. I mean, I don't know how practical they are really. They did have this really nice stationery pack for 49p. And then look at these pens. These are like the glittery ones, but they're the ones that have like multicolored pens. So they've like got red, blue, green, all sorts. So I just think that's perfect. And then they also have the unicorn pens too. I do feel like they were more targeted at little girls. It wasn't so much for little boys. You see there's bits and bobs, but definitely not as much. But I have to admit, I think little girls are more drawn to stationery. I know I certainly was when I was younger. And then I also really liked this swan notepad and the rainbow one too, and I would totally use them. And they also had lots of pretty folders, so if you do have kids that are at secondary school, they have some really nice but cheap ones in Home Bargains, so it's definitely worth checking them out. I feel like they had a lot of really nice stationery that was really reasonably priced. I remember when I was younger, and I always used to go to like WH Smith and places like that to get pretty stationery, and it was so much more expensive than it is here. And then moving on to sort of like the bags and the pencil cases that you can see there. I think they're perfect just for if you've got kids that are starting school. It just makes them a little bit more excited to go, or again, could make a good nursery bag. You can see they've got some pretty makeup bags there, and also randomly they had some storage boxes here, but I thought I'd show them anyway because I thought for $5.99, I know we're all transitioning from our summer wardrobes to our winter wardrobes, so maybe good if you want to put some coats and things in there. And they also had these things that you hang up in your wardrobes, and you put them in drawers as well, obviously to make them smell nice. They also had all the Airwick essential oils. And then moving on into candles, you can see that they are definitely getting their more autumnal scents through. I mean, I am personally clinging on to summer, but you can see if you are very autumnal, Home Bargains have already moved there and they've already got them in the store. I am still on my floral scents and I don't want to give them up just yet. But they did have a nice range of autumnal scents. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of cinnamon, and there were plenty of candles that didn't include cinnamon, thankfully for me. And then they also had their advent calendars that have candles in. I know these sell out very quickly, or at least they did last year, so if you did want to pick those up, it may be worth getting them a little bit early on, even if you are a bit of a Scrooge like me and don't want to look at Christmas stuff quite yet. And then just moving on into some of their normal candles, so they've still got the Jo Malone dupes for $2.99 and a range of different oil burners as well, so you can see really cheap at 99p for the very basic ones, and then the glossy ones are £1.99. And then yes, they did have a Christmas tree candle in for £1.99. And then just moving on to some of the baby stuff. I'm only showing this because my daughter was absolutely obsessed when she saw the Peppa Pig toilet seat. And I do feel like it might encourage children to go to the toilet. And then yeah, looking at some of the gift ideas and the bags. Again, my daughter is obsessed with In the Night Garden. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot stand it. It's so weird, isn't it? But she absolutely loves it. And they did have quite a few In the Night Garden bits, and you saw a gift bag there. And then moving on to some of the birthday stuff. So they do helium balloons now in Home Bargains. And again, it's so much cheaper than going into Clinton's or anywhere like that. And do you know what? I don't know what it is, but kids are obsessed with balloons. And I know I was when I was younger. I think it's just fascinating that they float. But yeah, you can see that they've got a range there from Spider-Man, unicorns. You can get their age, perfect, and I don't think there was any more expensive than £4.99. And then moving on to cards, I always think it's worth stocking up on cards from places like this because it is just so expensive if you have to pop into Tesco's or Sainsbury's. I can see they do have branded ones as well, like Spider-Man and Harry Potter and Winnie the Pooh and Minnie Mouse. So you can literally get cards for anybody, and I just love that avocado one. I don't know why, I just think it's really cute. Moving on into some of the cleaning stuff. So here's the more basic range in the greys and turquoise, but still really pretty. And then lint rollers, and I also spotted this lint remover for £1.99. Now I got a large one off Amazon for £15.99 and I couldn't live without it now. And they also had the large vacuum storage bags, £1.99, real bargain if you are again sorting out your wardrobe and you don't have loads of storage space in your attic. They are perfect. Just showing you some of the deals that they had on some of the fabric softeners. I did like the look of the Perfume Deluxe Comfort one. I feel like that would probably smell really strong. And then of course they did have their minkies in. I did like the look of the antibacterial kitchen one that was grey and white, and of course they had all the elbow grease and dishmatics in. I feel like that was a real Mrs. Hinch section right there. My Home Bargains has also started doing these large comforts at £4.99, and I think that's perfect if you've got a large family, even if you do decant them into the smaller bottles so they're a little bit easier to use as you're putting it in the washing machine. They also had loads of antibacterial wipes. I actually picked up some of these Bioflex ones because they were so cheap at £1.49. And then these were new in my store, these flash mops. So you can get the squeeze ones for £19.99 or just the normal ones. And then they also had that Astonish. I feel like Astonish is having a bit of a moment. I feel like everybody likes Astonish. I've not tested the range. Would you guys recommend it? And then of course they had all their Fabulosa scents in, and again I felt like they were moving into more autumnal scents, so you can see the mixed berry there. I haven't tried these sprays out. The only one that I have tried is the coconut one for the bathroom, and oh my god, that is amazing. So I imagine I would like these as well. You can see again they have the berry one in there, so again like I said, moving on to that more autumnal scent. And then just showing you more deals. I wish I would have spotted that Viacal in the shop because I love that for the bathroom. Brings up the taps beautifully, and also your sinks and baths too. Love these dog beds. I love that brown one. It's literally like a little bed look. I would love to get one of these for my dog, but she will just rip it to shreds. I think she thinks it's a toy. I did like that check one as well. They're all really reasonably priced, and again they've got loads of different dog toys, whether your dog likes soft toys, squeaky toys, balls, ropes. They've literally got every dog covered. I always tend to get Dottie's toys from here just because she does rip them up. It doesn't matter how expensive they are, they get ruined, so there's no point in spending loads of money. And then I don't normally show this section, but I did get a new car. Well, it's not a new car, but it's new to me. So I was shopping for new scents and things. I just like that sort of thing when you buy a new car. Is anybody else the same? And then again, you can see they're definitely moving in their winter stock. You can see their radiators and Christmas cushions. Now I did like the grey ones with the snowflake. I also liked the cream and gold one there at £5.99, and they also was getting in the blankets as well, so all really cozy. And then moving back onto stationery, so we have these gold highlighters that almost look a little bit like lipsticks, to be honest. And then you can see again going into that back to school, lots of zebra pens. I feel like they had a lot more patterns and choices to pick from. My favourites still are the rose gold and pink ones though, but they did also have some branded stuff in. They did have Sharpies as well, or if you want to be a little bit more sophisticated, they did have these really nice pencil cases at £2.49, and they did have the B pattern in the notepad as well. I feel like that's a pattern that's done really well because I feel like they are just putting it over everything. They had some really lovely academic diaries. You could never get anything that pretty when I was at school, so I'm slightly jealous you can get beautiful diaries like that now. And then of course they had loads of beautiful notepads in as well. They've gone for like a pink ombre look here, which I thought was really pretty, and for £1.29, £1.49, can't go too far wrong. And they also had loads of crafting in for kids. Again, I'm waiting for my little girl to grow up because it gives me an excuse to buy these again. But now the weather is getting a little bit colder and a bit rainy, particularly a weekend if you don't know what to do. It's great to just get some of these bits in and do a little bit of a craft afternoon, get a little bit creative. And again, it's really inexpensive to do that, so it's nice to just have a craft box. And I love the look of these teddy bears, so you can colour your own teddy bear or dinosaur in. Now moving back onto homeware, I apologise, my home bargains is a little bit all over the place. I did like those blankets. You could see they had a cream and a grey one, and they were £24.99, which is really good for those sorts of blankets. The Mongolian style cushions I always pick out. I wish I could have them, but I feel like they'd get really matted having a dog and a baby. They had some really beautiful picture frames that you can see here. I absolutely still in love with those dark pink orchids in the gold plant pot for £4.99. I think they are really beautiful. Spotted this absolute bargain for £2.99. What a beautiful wedding gift. I thought if you've got nowhere to put it in your own house, a beautiful wedding gift. And also love these peonies as well at £4.99. Again, I feel like all their photo frames are really reasonably priced, and I do like that. I think it's supposed to be a bonsai tree. It seems a little bit big. I don't know what it is. I'm terrible with naming plants, as you know. But they were £9.99. They were in there last time, and I did really like them. Moving into the bridal section, so they still have their artificial flowers there. Those bunches were all £1.99. I do feel like they've upped their artificial flower game. They look so much better than they used to in there. I also really like these bridal makeup bags for £5.99. I just think that's perfect if you are going away for a hen do, or even staying at home just having a little bit of a pamper with everything that's going on. Love those silky pink pajamas. They look so much more expensive than £9.99, a little bit Victoria's Secret-esque. And then I'm sorry if you don't like Christmas stuff, but I'm just showing you what they've got in the store, and a little bit of a sneak peek if you want to get your hands on things that sell out quickly. So they've got loads of the silver and whites in. I really like the white wreath that you can see there for £2.99. I just feel like they look beautiful on a wooden door or a grey door on the inside. And then they also have some more like Christmassy flowers. Now I like to put flowers into my Christmas tree. I just feel like it gives it a little bit more texture. I feel like it looks a little bit more professional. They also had lots of gold decorations as well, if that's more your theme, and these prices are just incredible. You go to places like garden centres or Matalan, and they are so much more expensive than this, so it is worth checking out. I did like the little pink sparkle sign, and they did also have your more traditional red in as well, again if that is more your style. You can see they've got the poinsettia plants in, and again really nice to add to your Christmas tree just to give it a little bit more detail. You can see they've got nutcrackers in there. Oh yeah, I kind of like them, but I also find them a little bit creepy as well. And you can see they've got these decorations at £1.49, which I think are quite nice stocking fillers. Now I did like the gingerbread men. I thought they were really cute, and they were only 99p. And then I loved this white and gold house. I just feel like that would look beautiful if you've got a lovely mantelpiece. And I feel like these sorts of presents are really good to put around at the bottom of your Christmas tree to hide the base. Moving on into the gift wrapping section, so you can see they've got lots of different boxes to put in all sorts of presents. They're all just so beautiful. I do really like that dog print. I know I pointed that out on the PJs earlier on, but I really like it on these bags. And there is nothing better than throwing a gift in a bag, particularly if you're wrapping by yourself, and just throwing some tissue paper on it so quick. And I did like the white and silver bottle gift boxes at the top. Now I don't know about you, but I love to go a little bit extra on gift wrapping, so I love all of these bows, particularly the ones at 59p that are brown and red polka dot. I just feel like they would look lovely with brown paper. And they also had the party wear in as well that you can see here, so even if that's just for like you and your close family. And then I know my store's a little bit all over the place because now we're going into the garden section, but I just wanted to show you these planters. So at $2.99, I just feel like they're so affordable, and I really liked these ones at the top. So they were glossy black and they were only £2.49. I did really like this cream lantern style light. That was $4.99. It was just a shame they only had one, because I would have liked to have got a couple for my fence just to make it really pretty at night time. And then I did want to show you, I may have showed you these last time, but the pink cases, I mean, I just think they're an absolute bargain, and they do look really sturdy for the price. And then moving on into the bathroom section, I just want to show you the range of colours they have in the towels. If you can see, very neutral, very grey. They did have the white and black storage at the top that you can see there. They were $2.99, and even if you don't have them out, they're just perfect to put in your bathroom cupboards. Lots of different laundry baskets, and I also liked the shelving cupboard unit at the bottom, and that was $39.99. I mean, personally, I could do with something that slim in the living room, and I was thinking I could get something like that and take the handle off just so it looked a little bit more sort of living room appropriate. And then just showing you the bath mat sets. I'm never too sure about having a bath mat around the toilet. I don't know about you guys, but I do like the ones at $4.99. Just showing you the colours that they had there. And they also had some shower storage that you can see there, the shower caddies. And then I did like the hanging storage. I don't know about you, but I can just never get enough of hangers for like dressing gowns, towels, clothes that are not dirty but not clean. Do you know what I mean? And then also I've just shown you a few of the bathroom accessories. So they were very much chrome, blacks and silvers in at the minute. Again, really nice. And then into the kitchen section, I noticed they had some of the marble/granite chopping boards, and they also had some really good quality pots. So this one there at $25.99, I really like that. And also a silver cooking pan at $16.99. I do feel like it is worth paying more for decent pans because you really don't want things to stick. And then moving on into the baking section, you can see they've got some new gorgeous bits in, but I do feel like every time they change this, I feel like I just want to get all new stuff in again so it all matches. But yeah, they did have some lovely bits, and I do still like the tea, coffee and sugar sets at the top, which are in marble. And then just moving back onto a little bit of storage, I did like the check boxes here. I just feel like they're perfect for just throwing, I always tend to throw like paperwork and folders and stuff into those. And I have to admit, there wasn't a lot going on in the mug department. I do feel like all of these have been shown before. Again, they do have that B print in if you are looking for that. And then they just had some more simple ones that you can see there. But I did like this I'm Feeling Super mug. How perfect is that, particularly if it is microwave proof? And that was only £2.49 because I do like soup for lunch. It's just so quick and easy to have. And then they did have all the bowls and the mug sets. They're perfect to go on the side, or even to put in the cupboard. I just feel like they take up a lot less room than if you are just piling up normal bowls. You can see they've got some beautiful coloured bread bins. I mean, they are all my colours, pink, white and grey. And then I did like these glasses. Do you know what, they really reminded me of my great grandma. She always used to have glasses like these, the cut ones. I feel like, are these coming back in style? I mean, they're only 99p, so a bargain in there. And then if you're a gardener or know somebody who's a gardener, I just feel like these mugs would make a lovely gift for $1.99. And then they also did have these bread bins in. I'm looking for a new bread bin. I do particularly like those at $9.99. Did like the white toaster at $15.99, and also these tea and biscuit storage too. You can see they've got some really nice slimline bins there. I do like a bin that's slimline that doesn't take up too much room in the kitchen. And then they've still got the pretty pegs in that you can use for your pastas. And then also these washing bowls need a mention because these are quite a good design. So I'm going to pan back up to those in a second. Yeah, so you can see here that they actually have legs on, which is perfect because it means that you don't get all the food residue stuck at the bottom. So very good design there. You can see they've got these lovely rose gold jars in. Again, they would actually make really nice gifts in with the sweets. I'm sorry to keep mentioning Christmas, but I think it's just because I've seen it. I'm not normally like this, I promise. And then moving on into sort of like the kiddie section. Love that ladybird set. I just think that's really beautiful. Nice plate and bowls and things for the kids. And then they did have some lunch boxes. So if you are back at work or you've got kids going back to school, they've got those lovely bamboo boxes in there. They did have them in last time. I do like the 99p ones there as well. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like them, don't forget to subscribe because I do these videos every single month.